And Mineta tries to strum the guitar but couldn't because of his character design. And that's really sad, but also funny at the same time when he broke the fourth wall. Hey everyone, this is Sanctuary99 coming to a video near you. And welcome back to another installment of Speedruns. Today I'll be doing another My Hero Academia fan art, but only this time rather than teaming up with the Justice League, why not have them representing as characters from SpongeBob? I mean, who doesn't love My Hero Academia in combination of SpongeBob? Anyone? I'm sure you guys would hear that. So unlike my previous My Hero Academia fan art video, where all the students of Class 1A pair up with the Justice League, was an unbelievable experience. It was like a dream come true, honestly. I just wish I wanted to see how the crossover turns out if it ever hits on mainstream. With the help of the animation production of Bones and Warner Bros. Animation, that would be so amazing. Anywho, onto today's video. I will be contributing the characters of My Hero Academia portraying characters of SpongeBob. For example, them forming a marching band to perform on the Super Bowl. Does it sound familiar to you? Of course it is. From the #1 greatest episode of SpongeBob SquarePants of all time, Band Geeks. And I thought, why not? All you guys to make your opinion about this. And without further ado, get ready to play your instruments so loudly that you'll become smart as Tinga Ide. But please Onyama, brie cheese is not an instrument, because this video is about to get started.
Are you ready to rock, Squidward?
No.
Good, cause we've got
Anime! Holy f***!
We'll start with something easier. Something that Mina Ashida would put out. I'll put out a 9-panel box layout for all the characters to fit in, for what they can do, for what they can represent, and for what they can portray. The first character that I'm going to be drawing is All Might, in the place of Mr. Krabs playing the guitar. So why would All Might be representing Mr. Krabs? Well, the thing is, both of them are portrayed like father figures for the main protagonist. All Might being a father figure to Deku, and Mr. Krabs being the father figure to SpongeBob. They're both veterans, one who is a superhero and one who is a sailor in the Navy. And they also do have flaws too. Like All Might coughs blood because of his respiratory system was destroyed, and also for the red crustacean, he is obviously obsessed with money, like a cheapskate would. Anyway, in the episode Band Geeks, when Mr. Krabs did participate in Squidward's band practice for the Bubble Bowl, he only came here for some refreshments, as in he's looking for free food. Then of course, how would this work for All Might when he wanted to participate in band practice? I guess it's pretty much the same thing, but he would look for some free steamed dumplings. Also on the 4th day before the show, when Mr. Krabs gets offended by this one random fish guy, that when they're playing instruments this badly, that he would complain about someone with big meaty claws, which gets Mr. Krabs understandably offended, thus resorting Mr. Krabs teaching the random fish guy some manners. As for All Might, he wouldn't intentionally will resort to that either. I mean, that part with Mr. Krabs arguing with the random fish guy was just there just for the sake of comedy. All Might will be smart enough not to fight back at some people for offending him, and Mr. Krabs, of course, will be this stupid to fight back. Anyway, the colors of the uniforms for the marching band is not going to be the same as the one in Band Geeks, but make it more like the colors that the Class 1A would put up a live performance during the school festival. So I'm only going to bring the assets from SpongeBob and put it onto My Hero Academia, but keeping the same personas, of course. On a side note, it would be too bizarre or too unrealistic or ever rare to see All Might ever play a musical instrument before. And if he had been, then that would have been amazing, and he would have joined along with Deku, along with his classmates on Class 1A, just to make Eri smile, along with Mirio, of course. And last but not least, his reaction to the crowd when he enters the Bubble Bowl. Well, he was the #1 hero of the Japanese hero billboard. He's always used to being appreciated and be adored by thousands of people that admire him for protecting the people for all these years. Maybe he wouldn't be as nausea when he caught a glimpse at the crowd looking so differently, like they're just people, but for Mr. Krabs, he would be grossed out for seeing human beings for the first time. And there you have it. That was All Might playing the guitar, like he put his heart and soul to play that thing. And Mr. Krabs would do the same thing, putting aside his love of money and just perform for Squidward, like a good boss would. Up next is Katsuki Bakugo, aka Kachun, in the place of Patrick Star playing the drums. And speaking of drums, during my recording process, I always have to look at my iPad for references of drums or any of the other instruments that the other characters are going to have to play on. Sometimes it's extremely hard to think of a picture in your head and draw it on your piece of paper without even looking at references from an actual picture on Google Images. But it's very important to study references, what's on the pictures, magazines, or your environment. So, references aside, let's talk about the difference between Bakugo and Patrick playing the drums. When they use two sticks to bang the cymbals or bang the drums because of their hyper-interactive genetic personalities. However, the main difference is character establishment. And I must warn you, there will be spoilers from the initial My Hero Academia Season 4. So please stop watching this video and go watch the whole season yourself, or better yet, go watch the entire series from the very beginning of My Hero Academia first. Are you still here? Are you? Okay, back to the video. Bakugo learned how to play drums so well around his preteens, his parents took him to play instruments for practice, and apparently he's pretty good at it, despite his bold and brash belonging in the trash personality. Patrick, however, just plays the drums like he's a pro at it out of the blue. But keep in mind that show that grew up doesn't have any continuity, so it wouldn't make any sense. And you're also probably wondering the reaction or his purpose in the episode of Bank Geeks with Bakugo asking a question or something. Well, maybe, well, yeah, he would probably be dumb, but not as harmless dumb, but maybe the opposite of harmless dumb. If he would say do instruments have torture cow, that would be Plankton's line. But you can envision what their character purpose would be for Bank Geeks, represented by the characters of My Hero Academia. I mean, your opinions, your ideas. And when a riot starts, Bakugo would definitely not give it. He would gladly just blow everything to smithereens. By the way, seeing Bakugo wearing the sunglasses and puckering his lips looks kinda weird. And finally, when performing in the Super Bowl for somebody, you're just gonna have to keep watching and guess who leads the band against some unspecified rival. Again, it would be out of the blue for somebody to try to intervene or interrupt. Even if Bakugo wanted to portray it as Patrick, to him it would be so stupid and ridiculous. At least he would put a live performance just to prove to the work studies that Class 1A isn't a liability. And as for the pink lovable idiot starfish, well, just be there for the sake of comedy by getting Sandy pissed off when he kicks her, thinking that he thought he was told to do. And I suppose Kyoko Jiro, aka Earphone Jack, will probably shove Bakugo into a trombone, like the idiot he is. But keep in mind, Bakugo is intelligent and wouldn't bother physically attacking somebody on purpose, except the part when he hit Deku during the final exam against All Might, which it really pisses me off when I saw it.
Best Music Compilation.
And there you have it. Bakugo playing the drums while wearing his sunglasses and his lips puckering up like he's gonna French you. Up next we have Mina Ashido, aka Pinky, doing the eager dance like SpongeBob would do, performing in the Bubble Bowl. I wasn't sure who would be representing SpongeBob, either Ochako Uraraka or Mina Ashido herself. Of course, Uraraka is an airhead just like Patrick, but she will also have so much faith in herself and so much optimism like SpongeBob would. Mina, on the other hand, loves to dance, and she would definitely put up a live performance for the school festival, and of course probably SpongeBob himself. During the aftermath of the riot, SpongeBob and the others felt guilty for failing Squidward, and then puts on a big motivational speech on the people wanting to be what they like to do, discovering what it truly means to be in a marching band. And Ashino herself would do the same, to discover what it truly means to be a hero like Deku wanted to be. I guess I would put Ashino, Uraraka, and Kaminari to be in the dance act, with Ide and Ayama. Much like in the school festival arc where Ashino does the choreography for the dance team, and when SpongeBob leads the band for Squidward by showing one or two as good a little do by improving their musical talents, but Mina does not play the musical instruments, only Jiro, but we'll get to that right after this. And there you have it, Mina and Ashino in the place of SpongeBob during the eager face dance. And if you want to hear her shout, "Is this the part where we start kicking?" then be my guest. However, this isn't entirely representing SpongeBob without the singing aspect, which is why you have Kyoko Jiro, aka Earphone Jack, up next, in addition to Minoru Mineta backing it up. I know you guys hated this character, which is roll with it, okay, because he's representing too. And I do think Plankton would be a good representation for Mineta's character. Think about it. They are a dish of ham and cheese, they're both incompetent and they scream a lot. Both of their goals are extremely pettier. It's about this one specific goal that is just so pitiful that it's a laugh riot. But it's part of the joke, it's pettier. Mineta wanted to get with girls, and Plankton wanted to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula, rather than being a dictator or a superhero. As desperate and selfish that these two are, they are truly a delight. Anyway, for practicing their musical talent, these two guys are so small that they couldn't play the instruments. Well, Plankton for example can play the harmonica, but it will get him to lose so much breath that he collapses. And Mineta tries to strum the guitar, but couldn't because of his character design. And that's really sad, but also funny at the same time when he broke the fourth wall. Tokiyami would gladly have strummed the guitar for Mineta, but in response, he was underestimated, was took for granted, and asks them to just get the performance over with, until Ashino with her generosity could put a harem put together for him, and her dance act, because that would be only one way for him to get motivated. And Plankton, however, just joined the band practice for seemingly no reason. I don't know, maybe he got nothing better to do other than trying to steal the formula. He probably joined Squidward's band practice because the writers said so. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to Kyoko Jiro. She does have incredible musical instrument talent, like she's a multi-musicianist, but in her perspective, it's only a hobby. She grew up playing instruments in her childhood because her parents are musicians, which definitely makes sense because it's a family heritage. And her quirk would give her the faith and optimism to become a hero. And for that live performance in that Super Bowl, Jiro will be singing. Jiro will be the lead vocalist for the song Sweet Victory that will definitely complete the representation of SpongeBob. Also, I forgot to mention that when I hear her singing in the anime, her voice is like an angel from heaven, and that would make my ears happier. Like she had blessed her classmates, including Kirishima, Mineta, and Ayama. As much I would cherish one of the songs in My Hero Academia soundtrack. There was Might You, when Deku saves Eri from Overhaul, and then the other song in Season 4, after Might You, is Hero 2, when the Class 1A would begin to put on a band for the school festival. Oh, I am so sorry, we're out of time here. But it's not over yet, because this is only the beginning. In fact, check it guys again for part 2, I'll bring you back the whole thing, but remember to go beyond Plus Ultra in the next one. Until then, this is Sanctuary 99 taking a break.